I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy fantasy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he captured European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable, capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope! Frog splash! Frog splash!
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold, who you choose is on you. No matter who you choose and no matter what happens in the ring, we're still cool. And Eddie Guerrero will forever be loved and missed. Viva la raza, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a match many thought we would never see. Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk.
Just listen to this ovation for the Second City Saint.
CM Punk just soaking it in, feeding off his hometown crowd. This is what Eddie knew he was walking into tonight. The loudest, most passionate ovation you may hear all year.
Yeah, Cole, but Eddie also knows you don't wrestle a crowd. Punk may be feeling invincible right now, but once that bell rings, it's just him and Eddie.
And when you face Eddie Guerrero, things get very real very fast.
This is an emotional matchup for CM Punk, and you better believe Eddie knows that already. These two briefly crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of respect between the two of them right now, but once the bell rings, I expect that to all go out the window.
Latino Heat!
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero!
Just look at that smirk on Eddie's face. He's eating this up, not being intimidated by all the noise, not being intimidated by Punk.
Eddie can match Punk with his technical ability, he can match him with his mental game, and he can match him on pure fighting spirit. And once upon a time, when they met in the ring before WWE, Eddie had the experience. You have to wonder if Eddie can exploit that and make Punk once again feel like a rookie.
You have to think that Eddie would love nothing more than to take the win from Punk here in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, Cole, but whenever CM Punk is in Chicago, he fights like a man absolutely possessed.
Two of the biggest personalities in WWE colliding here tonight in Chicago. This might be the biggest match of the year.
You can tell there's a lot of respect between Punk and Eddie. Punk idolized Eddie as a teenager, and then the two crossed paths before Punk joined WWE. But even with that mutual respect, I expect the rules to be tested tonight.
Oh, we know Eddie will do that, and Punk has shown he'll adapt when necessary. But at the end of the night in Chicago, only one of them will stand tall.
Going for an early pin. Punk did it here in Chicago.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
This has to mean so much more for Punk than just a win. Defeating your idol is something few people ever get to experience.
Let alone in front of your hometown, on your native soil.
You can just tell Punk is being overwhelmed with emotion right now.
I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he'd capture European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable, capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope. Frog splash! Frog splash!
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold, who you choose is on you. No matter who you choose and no matter what happens in the ring, we're still cool. And Eddie Guerrero will forever be loved and missed. Viva Lo Asa, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a match many thought we would never see. Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk.
Just listen to this ovation for the Second City Saint.
CM Punk just soaking it in, feeding off his hometown crowd.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
This is what Eddie knew he was walking into tonight. The loudest, most passionate ovation you may hear all year.
Yeah, Cole, but Eddie also knows you don't wrestle a crowd. Punk may be feeling invincible right now, but once that bell rings, it's just him and Eddie.
And when you face Eddie Guerrero, things get very real very fast.
This is an emotional matchup for CM Punk, and you better believe Eddie knows that already. These two briefly crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of respect between the two of them right now, but once the bell rings, I expect that to all go out the window.
Latino Heat!
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero!
Just look at that smirk on Eddie's face. He's eating this up, not being intimidated by all the noise, not being intimidated by Punk.
Eddie can match Punk with his technical ability, he can match him with his mental game, and he can match him on pure fighting spirit. And once upon a time, when they met in the ring before WWE, Eddie had the experience. You have to wonder if Eddie can exploit that and make Punk once again feel like a rookie.
You have to think that Eddie would love nothing more than to take the win from Punk here in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, Cole, but whenever CM Punk is in Chicago, he fights like a man absolutely possessed.
CM Punk squaring off against Eddie Guerrero. And just listen to this crowd here in Chicago.
They are feeling the heat indeed. The ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be... Oh, man, this could really come back to bite him in the end. Ooh.
CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut, only 3 years from when he decided to pursue professional wrestling full-time.
Even that early in his career, CM Punk was known as an indie darling, a pro wrestling wunderkind. But Punk has said that being in the ring with Eddie back then made him realize that he had a lot left to learn. It would be 4 years after their initial encounters that Punk would finally make his way to WWE.
True to his in-ring form, it shows Punk's a diligent planner when it comes to in-ring competition. He could have rushed his way into WWE and challenged Eddie again, but who knows how Punk would have performed with less time learning his craft. Now, he's the best in the world, and he's ready to show Latino heat
from the sky!
You gotta be kidding me!
However much you think that hurt, I promise you, it was way worse.
Flying ringside with pinpoint accuracy. Here we go.
all the way to the outside.
Like a heat-seeking missile right on target.
And just as destructive.
Oh!
Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these men is tied at 1 win apiece, with a time limit draw as well.
You cannot ask for a more even rivalry than that, Michael Cole. Each man is going to pull out all of the stops to earn that final, decisive victory.
From the top, we can see a count. That puts an end to that, thank goodness. Putting it all on the line and coming up big with a breathtaking move.
Thrown out of ringside and back to the mat.
Oh, clothesline.
Things now not going well for CM Punk.
Right now, it looks like CM Punk is wilting to the intensity of a...
Oh, look out. It's on now.
Oh, this exchange is whipping this capacity crowd into a frenzy. Blow after blow, test of endurance at this point. Wobbling back up, totally checked out at the moment.
Check out the springboard.
Oh, catapulting down on the opponent. And that prevents Eddie's attack.
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple giants of this industry and win top titles in the biggest main events, well, that had to inspire Punk.
It definitely does, Wade, but don't think for a second that the respect Punk has for Eddie breaking those barriers will keep the best in the world from giving everything he has to defeat Latino heat.
Boom!
From the middle rope, breathtaking hurricanrana. As we've seen so often, it's hard to find answers against Eddie, and Punk now knows that too.
Got him in the corner now.
Able to steer clear of danger there. Crashing down to the center.
Eddie Guerrero firing up on the assault.
Right now, it's looking like Punk is struggling to compete with Eddie's in-ring IQ.
Big impact on the suplex. Hold on, he's lining him up.
Check out the springboard.
Eddie got out of the way.
The head scissor takedown. Crossbody. And it's the ref who takes a hit there.
Things might be getting a little out of control. From the heavens.
Totally missed that one. Ooh, what a kick.
Forcefully sent into the corner of the ring.
Kick right to the midsection.
CM Punk looking to show off his power game now. Double underhook backbreaker. Oh, he's ready to add the final punctuation, stalking his prey.
Misses the target.
Bam! And Punk has got to feel like he did back when he was a rookie. He still doesn't know how to handle Latino heat.
My goodness, did you hear that chop? Oh, slingshot. Double axe handle. Heading back into the ring now.
Putting his opponent into the crosshairs.
Running Hurricane Rana. Oh, man.
He didn't need that eyebrow anyway. Here we go. And a brainbuster.
Eddie's got Punk seeing more stars than on the Chicago flag after that one.
No, that's not right. Somebody do something about that. CM Punk is in a distressing spot.
Guerrero with a systematic attack.
Attacking the body.
Uppercut right on target.
Eddie is sending to the top.
Drop right on target.
Our shot. What's next? Shaped over the middle rope.
Oh, slingshot. Double axe handle. Latino heat doing some damage.
Punk needs to find a way to work on the top.
Drop. Good Lord.
Getting to his feet, but nothing good is waiting for him.
Saw it coming. It counters it.
Grabs a quick hammerlock and, oh, a blindside clothesline. I think we all know he only has one thing in mind here. And able to skirt around that attack. And Eddie could be wasting time playing to the crowd.
Has it hooked in. Inverted vertical suplex.
Such an underhanded tactic there. And come on, was that really called for?
And Punk now lifting his opponent up. A back goal to sleep.
No way Eddie's coming back from that.
Look at him stumbling back up. Might have double vision.
Check out the springboard.
What a clothesline.
Two men giving everything they have. Their legacies, their pride, all on the line tonight.
Yeah, and neither Eddie or Punk look like they're willing to concede victory yet.
And we see more attacks being directed at the torso.
Really trying to drain as much.
Inside cradle applied, shoulders down.
And Eddie immediately kicking out deep into this one.
How at this point you don't even stay down long enough for a 1 count is beyond comprehension.
Counter. He knew just what to do.
And responds with a counter of their own. Eyes are fixed, looking to victimize his target.
Check out the springboard.
The springboard attack fails to land.
He left himself wide open. Big mistake.
Into the anaconda vice. He's in a bad position now.
Resisting as much as he can, but for how much longer?
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Wasting no motion on the counter.
Incoming. Big time powerbomb.
Oh, come on. Why would you stoop that low? Ooh, that's going to leave a mark. And more attacks landing against the skull.
It's a brutal strategy, but an undeniably effective one.
Getting muscled up for a vertical suplex. Oh, nimbly landing behind and taking out the knee.
An elbow will break that up.
High-level ability being shown with each of these counters.
Back and forth. This has been an absolute showcase of fighting spirit from Punk and Guerrero.
Fighting spirit or sheer stubbornness. Either way, everyone in the WWE Universe is hanging on every move here.
Opponent lifted up. jaw, meet knee, GTS connects. Is it enough for Punk?
Now with the cover.
That's gotta be it.
Hangs on by a thread.
You have to be impressed with how much Eddie can endure, how much he's able to still fight on.
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just couldn't get the pin.
Great in-ring IQ on display there.
He's headed up high. From the top. Diving elbow drop. Are you kidding me?
Back up top. He cannot be stopped.
From the top. Oh, the high risk pays off. Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up. Launching.
And nobody home on that one.
Making the climb to the top rope.
CM Punk!
Crash landing.
A little bit of instant regret being felt here, I'm sure. Leaping to your own doom like that.
Oh, stop right to the hand.
Punk avoids the attack.
Check out the springboard.
Springboard misses the target. Boom.
Ooh, a heinous rake to the back. Momentum is running away from Punk.
Guerrero's bouncing the opposition around like a lowrider. Swinging neckbreaker connects.
There's electricity running through this arena right now.
Will it be the spark for one of these competitors?
Impressive awareness from him.
Breathtaking head scissor takedown.
From the top. Diving elbow drop. Are you kidding me? Again? He's making the climb.
From the top. Frog splash. Will that close Punk out?
Eddie Guerrero.
Brainbuster. That is why you can't leave any weaknesses open for Eddie to exploit.
Eddie gets countered. Oh, the physicality on display there. Unbelievable. Running Hurricane Rana.
Fantastic. Rope-assisted dropkick.
And Latino Heat is really dialed in right now.
It's got to be hard to be CM Punk right now.
I'd say this has been tough to watch, but I think that would honestly be an understatement.
Yeah, these repeated blows to the head, a truly grip.
Oh, this is what you get. He had that coming. He's looking lost out there. Looking like an easy target. Check out the springboard.
Misses on the springboard.
Respect the strategy to work over the arm.
Eddie perching himself on the top rope. From the top. Elbow drop.
Oh. Oh. My goodness. Picture perfect drop kick.
Kick to the stomach.
And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster.
Placed him in the corner here.
Guerrero timed that one well.
Brainbuster! Oh, man.
He didn't need that eyebrow anyway.
Momentum is running away from Punk.
It is all Guerrero right now. The whole arena is on their feet at this point.
And that must be fueling these superstars. Just another burst of adrenaline could end this.
Quick evasion from him there. Clothesline.
With authority. Ooh, and a well-timed counter. Punk finding a way to slow his opponent's assault down.
Maybe Punk's found a new source of aggression to battle back with. Driven down powerbomb. Turning it into the pin.
2. Yeah, no, he doesn't get the 3.
After everything we've seen tonight, he must be using the reserve tanks at this point.
Eddie Guerrero firing up on the assault.
Punk trying to withstand this surge. And a small package here.
Instantly, he has his shoulders up.
How this match is still going on defies all reasoning.
Reversal. And that turns things around.
Guerrero setting his sights on the opposition.
All right, he's got to refocus up now. Running Hurricane Rana.
Fantastic.
They're feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down, and stop right to the hand. Things now not going well for CM Punk.
This is what it feels like to run into a competitor like Eddie. Leaning on the turnbuckle here.
Able to slip out of that situation.
He's going up.
From the top.
Frog splash does it. Will Eddie make it pay off?
From the top.
Frog splash.
Once more with extra feeling.
Eddie Guerrero upsetting Punk in his hometown.
Here is your winner, Eddie Guerrero.
You can hear how split the arena here in Chicago is right now. Disappointment, their hometown hero lost, and respect for Eddie doing what he does best.
Yeah, and it wasn't for lack of trying. Punk.
Slingshot tech creating matches I only thought could happen in my...
A lot at stake in this match. Whoever wins here will be added to tonight's main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Facing off against the champion, Randy Orton, and the Royal Rumble winner, Batista. No DQs, no countouts. A lot of bad blood between these two superstars.
Yeah, Triple H has promised that CM Punk will never main event WrestleMania, and that he's simply not what's best for business. Punk's looking to prove Triple H wrong tonight.
Punk's looking to embarrass Triple H tonight as well. And Triple H, he's looking to get rid of the CM Punk problem once and for all. And CM Punk with an incredible out from the top, crashing to the floor.
Good God! Yeah. Just a disgusting thud heard here at ringside.
Boom! Did you hear the impact?
Totally focused on attacking that leg and knee.
Ouch. Oh, a leg breaker.
Slingshot tech creating matches I...
A lot at stake in this match. Whoever wins here will be added to tonight's main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, facing off against the champion Randy Orton and the Royal Rumble winner Batista. No DQs, no count. between these two superstars.
Yeah, Triple H has promised that CM Punk will never main event WrestleMania and that he's simply not what's best for business. Punk's looking to prove Triple H wrong tonight.
Punk's looking to embarrass Triple H tonight as well. And Triple H, he's looking to get rid of the CM Punk problem once and for all. And guys, we spend a lot of time around these two men. They're ingrained in the locker room. They are two men other superstars seek advice from, but they are not two men that should ever be seen in the same room together.
Yeah, get yourself caught in a room with both Triple H and CM Punk, and you can cut the tension with a knife.
Well, it boils down to trust, gentlemen. Hunter doesn't trust Punk's views on the business, and Punk has the same sentiment for Triple H. Oh, my God! You can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win.
He's looking to take things to the outside now. Man, what timing on that counter.
A strong head scissors application. And now the elbows.
Putting the wood to their forehead.
And CM Punk, with an incredible opportunity tonight, has been wrestling since the age.
Let me stop you there, Cole. What about the opportunity for Triple H? So much is made of what CM Punk can accomplish this evening, but Triple H can be challenging for his 14th championship by the end of the night.
Well, that's very true, Wade, but if I were speaking for the average WWE fan, that wouldn't be the story they want to see.
Ha! The average fan? Look, CM Punk has had a few hot years.
Perched up top. Whoa, look out.
That was absolute lunacy.
Landing with such force. High rent district for CM Punk.
And CM Punk looking for support from the crowd. And he's going with the great equalizer here, the steel chair.
Incoming!
Cross body from the top. Fortune favors the bold.
And here we go. Locked in. It's locked in. And here we go. Locked in. Crossover again.
Perfectly.
Just slipped underneath. And just like that, he's out of the hold.
Finds the roll up.
And the rope stopped the referee's count.
Bang. Well-placed calf kick.
Punk really wants to humiliate Triple H tonight. Has told the game, I'm in the ring every week performing at the highest level, and that's what makes me the best in the world.
A bit of a jab. Punk inferring that Triple H spends more time in the boardroom than in the ring these days, trying to imply that the game isn't ring ready. But let me tell you, Triple H doesn't get ready, he stays ready.
Man, cover, is it enough? Stops the count before a 2.
Not even a 2 count. He's still holding strong here.
Driven into the knee. Got him right where he wants him.
And he doesn't let the pin last long at all.
And it has to be frustrating not getting a deep count at this point, but you can't let that get to you.
The seeds of this battle go back to CM Punk's frustrations with the company. Seeing head figures not listen to the people, not give the best in the world his due.
Yeah, and Punk wasn't going to take it anymore. The brass never wanted a guy like CM Punk to succeed, never wanted to acknowledge his cult of personality. And now Punk is forcing the COO to take notice on our industry's biggest night of the year. Beautiful! Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
Oh, getting smacked in the head with a
he's swinging that steel chair. You can tell he's struggling to gather his bearings.
The game's devising a move here.
Down with the back super CM Punk.
He breaks the ref's count after one.
You expect these pins to last much longer at this stage in the match.
Strong kick out late into the match.
Look at the look on his opponent's face, Cole. He can't believe it. And he is directed into the corner.
Reversed into a kick straight into the fake. CM Punk in full control. There's the left. Go to sleep. Will that sew this up for Punk?
Beautiful. Neckbreaker after the float over.
That was pretty.
No count out as he takes things out of the ring. Triple H heads out again.
This battle's found its way right to our doorstep. This is certainly an effective use of a foreign object.
Just wailing away with that weapon like there's no tomorrow. This is getting damn dangerous. Look at this!
Good Lord, taking flight.
A true sight to behold, only made better by that picture-perfect landing.
Stephanie McMahon in a distressing spot.
With this offensive onslaught, Punk clearly sending a message to Triple H.
Oh my God, a steel chair! Swinging that damn steel chair without a care in the world.
He's looking to unload on his opponent with that kendo stick. So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal. Letting out every ounce of frustration and rage and then some.
Outthinking the cerebral assassin. Neckbreaker! Oh, look at this. Float over neckbreaker.
Picture perfect.
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Yeah, Punk clearly hell-bent on putting the game out of commission.
Diamond-plated steel coming at you.
And now he gets back into the ring. Closed fist connects.
Going blow for blow, each one getting stiffer.
Strong counter from Punk.
Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs. Feels like a hockey fight's just broken out.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Punk's got the anaconda vice in. He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Forced into the corner. CM Punk really trying to up the ante at this point as he climbs the turnbuckles and drags his opponent up there too. Arms hooked up. Oh God. The plunge. I don't think anyone has ever kicked out of that.
Makes the cover. Punk did it. Punk's going to the main event of WrestleMania.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
And with this win, CM Punk has punched his ticket to the main event of WrestleMania. Later tonight, vying for the World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton and Batista.
Punk can celebrate now, but the worst is yet to come. Main eventing isn't the goal. Winning the main event is.
The best thing about defeating Triple H at WrestleMania 30 is the spot it granted me in its main event later that night, a full 11 years before I'd actually see that dream fulfilled. The worst part?
The following contest is a triple threat match and is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
The Apex Predator, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Randy Orton.
Introducing the champion from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds, he is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Orton has been at the absolute top of his game lately, but even that might not be enough in a triple threat match against Batista and CM Punk.
A man who had to battle his way into this main event against Triple H earlier tonight. The Second City Saint, CM Punk.
And introducing the champion from Chicago, Illinois,
This isn't what Batista or Orton wanted. They were hoping this title match would be an Evolution reunion. Instead, CM Punk is playing spoiler in this triple threat.
And that's exactly why this WrestleMania crowd is on the edge of their seats. We expect the unexpected, but no one thought CM Punk would make it all the way here tonight.
Now Punk just has to finish the job. But Orton and Batista stand in his way with championship ambitions of their own. Swinging neckbreaker. Textbook. And after what CM Punk had to fight through earlier tonight, he can't possibly be in the best shape for this triple threat. Orton and Batista were fully aware of that fact.
Absolutely. Trust me, they watched Punk's match earlier. They know everything that is hurting on CM Punk right now. There is blood in the water.
You're talking about the heart of the Second City Saint, though. The chance to become the champion outweighs any lingering pain.
CM Punk finds himself in a very tough spot here between Randy Orton and Batista. How can Punk keep his title dreams alive in this one?
Caution's the name of the game for Punk. He already wrestled one match tonight, so he's the soft target. He has to duck and dodge and only go on the offensive when it's as safe as possible.
You know, Batista and Orton were complaining for a couple of weeks that this match was going to be a triple threat, that they were really promised a one-on-one match.
Not only that, Michael Cole, we have been robbed of an Evolution WrestleMania main event.
Oh, brother, what a pity.
Truly, Cole, CM Punk has
Coming down on the chair.
an extremely rough landing onto the chair. That pain's not going to go away anytime soon.
Perhaps looking for some kind of equalizer here.
Grabbing the good old kendo stick here.
Clothesline to the back of the neck.
Fundamental shown on the takedown.
And the champion doesn't want to be on the receiving end of that again. No countouts, no disqualifications, triple threat rules. CM Punk in his first WrestleMania main event. A dream come true.
CM Punk has totally defied the odds as far as his accomplishments here in WWE. If he can beat all of Evolution in one night, it'll add extra credence to being called the best in the world.
Totally helpless at the moment. Driving face first in a ring of steel.
more punishment. Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move.
Oh, he cuts it off.
You cannot look at Randy Orton without saying, wow, that is the face of WWE. Put that face on the cover of the programs and those lovely little collectibles.
There's the pin.
Gets the shoulder up after one.
Not getting a 2 count at this point has to be frustrating.
And some people would say you can never go wrong with a standard steel chair.
The animal looking for it. Here it comes.
Crashing into the chair.
Talk about a hard landing. Flesh connecting painfully with hard steel.
And Punk now looking for the pinfall. And the champ beats the count early.
He was prepared for this. He knew this match would go the distance.
Down he goes.
And a big question coming into tonight was, are we going to see the animal of old? Well, Batista looked like a dominating force.
You don't win the Royal Rumble by accident, Cole. Batista said he came back for one thing, to become champion. He doesn't care what anybody thinks about him. He doesn't want to be cheered. He doesn't care. It's all about the title.
The animal is certainly still in Big Dave, and he's still upset with this not being a one-on-one contest, but he will take every advantage. Nice movement from Brock, and the GuerreroVS commits, and now an animal.
And he's able to put an end to that submission. Bates got the cover. This might be the end.
Fights the shoulder up and one.
He may be down, but some... Now, he's definitely not out at this point.
Taking this fight back into the ring.
And now unloading rights on his opponent. He's in a very bad spot. Totally out of it.
That split him open, and he's becoming a crimson mess now. Managing to evade a precarious position there.
Raining down right hands.
Man, that is going to leave some serious wounds. A truly rough blow to the head, and it seems to be the main target here.
Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks. Back into the ring here.
Kendo stick wrapped around the head.
Randy Orton may be one of the most malicious, one of the most vicious superstars we've ever seen in WWE. There's no absence of malice at all from this man.
All facts that CM Punk knows all too well. Years ago, Orton ended Punk's first World Championship reign in unceremonious fashion. He's beaten Punk on big stages before. Randy should have all the confidence in the world when it comes to making CM Punk his prey.
He's called the Apex Predator for a reason.
Punk has that look. Gonna try to end it.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
Go to sleep! Pivotal moment. We could have a new champ.
There's two. Kick out. Still has hope.
If Batista just survived the best shot he's going to receive all night, I don't think there's any stopping the animal.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count.
Sit down hard.
Any two of these competitors is a recipe for a classic, but all 3, this is incredible.
Batista, Orton, and Punk each giving their all in that ring.
He quickly slides. Still alive. Orton is not going down that easily. Wow. The reversal by Orton.
And a knee across the face. We're seeing more offense directed toward the head.
A smart strategy in any situation.
Framing him up. He's got a picture-perfect opportunity here.
Randy might be defeated here. He kicks out with force.
I don't know who's more shocked he just kicked out. The fans, us announcers, or his opponent.
Oh, driver! Spiked him.
He's faltering, slowly getting up. Orton outthought him there. Stiff shot to the neck. A little cockiness here from Punk.
Piper going to dig his fangs into the animal. He's heading back to the ring.
Oh, and a neck breaker. This is getting out of hand now. Every blow to the head seems to be more vicious.
Dazed and confused can be an understatement at this juncture.
Punch lands.
Force with the uppercut. He's got to be rocked after taking yet another blow to the head. Orton.
KO out of nowhere. The champ might have just ended things right there.
Right to the face. Ooh, foot landing directly on the face.
And he chooses to leave the ring.
DDT. You can see the dominance on display by Orton.
Orton cutting Batista off. The animal's got to be wounded. Boom! The action spilling out toward our announce desk.
And he manages to escape just in the nick of time.
Into the pinfall for the victory. And a drop kick. Picture perfect.
This man
From the top. Through the air. And connects.
No matter who you are, when you crash on the floor, a searing pain races through your body.
Orton. The champ firing their best shot to retain their title.
Oh, what a response.
CM Punk knows what's at stake here more than anything. He said he wants change in WWE. And if the catalyst for that change means going through the COO and then to future Hall of Famers, then so be it.
What will tomorrow look like if the voice of the voiceless becomes champion?
Stanford would be in a panic.
Maybe, but Bourbon Street would go crazy tonight. Oh, an exploder suplex.
Oh, steel chairs aren't supposed to bend that way.
Oh, strong impact. Oh, God. No doubt about it. This is just adding extreme insult to injury.
Rapid fire right hands.
This just might be the greatest match we've seen in a while.
I don't think anyone can argue that. I don't know if Punk can withstand much more of this.
Punk trying to withstand this surge.
Raining down right hands.
Back into the ring now.
Randy looking to embarrass his opponent.
Punk searching for something beneath the apron.
And now that he's got that steel chair, watch out.
My God! Did you hear that chair shot?
Repeated hits like that are going to add up very quick. Plenty of damage being dealt here. From the corner now. Did the champ just close this out?
Going for the pin. 3, no! 2 count.
Just look at the shock on the champ's face.
But now this is when Randy Orton is at his most dangerous, a Viper who's had a taste and knows what it takes to win. Sliding back into the ring.
Simply devastating. Another blow to the body. I think the game plan is pretty clear now.
Ouch. Randy Orton positioning his opponent. Orton is set.
DDT.
It doesn't matter how big Batista is, the Legend Killer puts everyone down with that.
Unable to Orton
Randy Orton holds on to the title after duking it out with both Batista and CM Punk.
But when all is said and done, the Apex Predator is still on top. Randy Orton is just too deadly to be stopped.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our Tag Team Championship. Look who it is. Of course, the WWE World Tag Team title will be on the line in this one, guys.
And because of that, I expect to see these teams give it just a little bit extra, with hope of walking out of here with the titles tonight.
Introducing the
Tag Team Championships on the line. May the best teeth